We've heard the saying, timing is everything when it comes to certain things. In the case of our past, compared with the legends and rumors of aboriginals and natives of the 1400s, it looks like the voyagers and colonizers of the 1400s had no choice but to say they were right when it came to the sayings of the natives. They spoke of these beings they figured out how to understand each other, but most of them were on a continuous mission to defame and prove the rumors and holy scriptures or anything that leads to divine creators, and these stories would show and prove they were right. In fact, we weren't big banged into existence. We see this with every explosion destroying and never creating. With each discovery of giant bone of men with six foot size heads and large bones in various sizes, the Native Americans were on point with everything they explained. Even now, as time goes on, who knows how much evidence of the flood may surface, and with the waters still draining, because it never fully drained. As time goes on, stories of animals mixed with men seem true, because we find the bones all over America. Six fingers, double rows of teeth, just as the natives described, and the ancient hidden text before it was cool to discover. Never covered up, seeing technology was at a newspaper stage. Somehow the Smithsonian Institution has finessed all the past and current discoveries and has tons of lawsuits accused of foul play and theft. And the waters, as of 2019, have still not all subsided. The United States Marines has rumored to have came across a 13-foot giant in Afghanistan. So if you compare the discovered mysteries of America to the discoveries of Egypt, not only are they similar, but it's all concerning the same era of mixing angelic DNA with mankind. Who could have used such jars but giant intelligent beings that made the creators mad enough to flood everything? Let's see, we have us resembling these beings, giants petrified, tree stumps that looked as if it was purposely cut, giant land masses that look like animals, faces on mountains and stones, some with full bodies, tall chairs and stairs, full animal stone, petrified tree stumps that look as if it was purposely cut, giant land masses that look like animal faces on mountains and stones, some with full bodies and petrified land masses with one island fully shaped like a snake, filled with tons of snakes and no human life whatsoever. The more you look into it, it becomes obvious. The entire discovery of jewels comes from the inside of the bodies of these titans and giants. Their bodies cells crystallized in the petrification process all these years, if you never knew. These books were taken out. The more discovery unfolds through the years. And even before that, King James worshiped 4 forms of evil energy. Whether Charles or James was Negro, Shem, not Ham, nor the natives tell a different story in each system that was colonized. And Africans to this day profess a difference in being called black because they know that the Trojans were Negroes, Shem's descendants, as well as the Spartans, as if the man they killed and perverted his legacy were alive. He would not approve his name being called Jesus in his time. They need you to somewhat believe they exist, but want to worship the other powers of evil and not good. When I opened my eyes to it all, it became clear. Even now, strange trees still exist. The first successful Negro American slaves were kids, but their parents wanted them to remember the story of creation by the Big Dipper, which they were infused with to never forget, which is circling the root race home. Each season it is in a different location, forming the symbol the Nazis turned most to view as evil, but before them it was only used for good, because the earth is still and the sky moves as a magnetic force pulls all magnet pointers to the north. This is why the symbol was created. At the center point and at the top is the North Star Polaris. And legends state of a paradise under the star called Hyperborea. To some, the green northern lights can still be seen to this day, generating from the center paradise, the heart of the earth, which is why one must be pure to enter. It is stated in the legends and rumors in other cultures. Be an inner portal within each of us. There is an inner portal because of our design. You don't live on a ball flying, which is why you can see the moon at times in the daylight, and the moon cycles tell us that we are still. The sun can be seen in our range, not even 1,000 miles away. We never had a chance to think otherwise due to the bull crap from the ball society from birth. Water always finds its level. Water always falls, proving the earth is flat. The sun itself displays a ray of colors appearing white. We all share a collective conscience, which is why there are different types of people, just like the colors. We are all a like fruit, just different, but we are the sun. We are like fruit, just different, but we are the sun.